All right. Predictive dialer, PBX. What do you use? I don't know. There's a lot of call centers here that only use predictive dialers and then use the PBX for their inbound phone system. But I met with a friend of mine the other day, Steve Ferran, and he's kind of different. You guys been here for 5 or 6 years, and he basically said, a lot of the call centers that he works with, they really don't know what the hell they're doing with predictive dialer. It's too advanced. It's like my best phrase or favorite phrase is a friend of mine that used to be my boss before, Nathan Kinsella, used to say is touch start. It's like a 10-year-old driving a Ferrari. And he was right. I mean, the dialer is too advanced. It's very complicated to use, but I mean, the thing is awesome, but it's very expensive. Typically most of the call centers here in the Philippines are using open source, something like VigiDial or whatever the other dialers are. I really don't know, but the one that we use is VigiDial. It's pretty advanced. It's pretty good, but it's open source, and meaning it's free. So that works pretty well. But then going back to our question, is predictive dialer or PBX? What do you use? Predictive dialers, they're great. You can contact a lot of people, but predictive dialer comes with a lot of problems. Problems could be, corrupted table, corrupted hard drive, slow leads, fast leads, your drop rate, etc. I mean, that's all a big problem. But with the predictive dialer, with the PBX, it's just manual calling. Using something like Trixbox or Elastics, it works pretty well, and it typically doesn't break. Whatever the problem may be, you don't have the corrupted tables like you have with VigiDial or like a plain asterisk. I don't know why. I know that Trixbox or Elastics is based off VigiDial or not VigiDial, asterisk, but it works. It works really well. I mean, we had a Trixbox installed for almost 2 years right now on a machine that was over 3 years old, and the thing just worked like clockwork, always. Inbound, outbound, no problem. But with the dialer, like something like VigiDial, every once in a while it would break. We're not talking break for a long time, but it's going to break for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And then you reset the VARs, or we got to call our administrator, and he's got to log in from his house or wherever and fix it, and that's a problem. But with the predictive, or not predictive, I keep saying that, the PBX, it's always working. So if I was to say if I had my choice over a predictive dialer or a PBX, I'd probably pick a PBX for the simple fact that it's more reliable. And there's less functionalities to it. And that means a lot to me, to my clients. It depends. I mean, a lot of my clients want the functionality or reports that a predictive dialer has, something like VigiDial. And don't get me wrong, it works really well, especially being free. Yeah, it's good. But with the PBX, you really don't run into a lot of the problems that you have with the predictive dialer, but you lose a lot of the functionality. But I'm not saying a huge amount, but there's a lot of the functionalities that the VigiDial or the predictive dialer has that an inbound phone system doesn't have, being a PBX. So if you're a small call center just starting out, I would highly recommend using Trixbox and Elastics, PBX. That's your best. What a predictive dialer, great. I guess you're gonna have to pay somebody. But if you can get away with it, use a Trixbox, use Elastics, just straight PBX. You're not gonna run into any issues. Anyways, peace out.